recording and then engineering and producing sound. Okay. So yeah, I like these.
How much are they?
I think
$60.
More like 110, 120-ish or something.
You never know. Headphones are always priced so oddly. There'll be really nice ones that are like $40, just like material-wise, you'd think they'd be much more.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Is it going?
I mean, you can put the headphones on if you want.
Oh.
But
okay.
I mean, I usually do, but my head is real sweaty today, so I might not.
Yeah. It depends. A lot of the time, I've been going through speakers lately.
Yeah.
I kind of the headphones they do get really sweaty once it hits.
Especially because they're over ear headphones.
Yeah.
And the reason I like these is, like I told you, they're industry standard for recording engineering and such. And so they're, you could say they produce like a rather flat sound.
Like
it's not very
like mid-heavy or
I wouldn't say that. It's just it's meant to be like you're trying to hear this whatever you're listening to as it is. If you have a like crappy set of speakers, it's not going to sound the way it quote unquote should.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, because you're trying to make sure it's you're like when you're working on it, when you're producing or editing audio, you want to make sure you hear it as the ones and zeros.
The dynamics aren't skewed.
Yeah.
And like you lose like some headphones. Like I remember I have my pair of Beats, and the bass in those is just so heavy sometimes. Like you could listen to jazz and like it's really kicking.
Yeah,
it's like,
I think the problem with Beats I think the only reason people buy those is because it's got the Dr. Dre name attached to it.
That's why I got them.
And
That's why I got them, man.
But the thing is, from what I can tell, they're basically just headphones with overblown bass, and they think, oh my god, it's got Dr. Dre's name on it, and dude, that means they're great. But
I like them. They're really comfortable, and the materials are nice. But there's definitely a big PR element when people are paying $500 for some headphones that are $30 worth of parts.
Yeah.
No offense, Monster. Please.
But yeah, these are great. Yeah. Sometimes I just play through my amp. Like I have the set of speakers that came with my computer a handful of years ago. I mean, it's not like I got it for myself.
The monitors?
They just suck, and sometimes they go in and out connecting to whatever to the computer.
Worst.
And at some point, I just thought, I have my guitar amp here. I have an aux cord and the little like dongle that that controls the sound for my computer.
Yeah,
it just sits right at the edge of this desk here. I'm just gonna connect this thing to my amp so I can play my whatever sounds are coming from my computer through my amp.
I like that. Sometimes I'll plug my phone into my like that little Fender Champion amp, and I'll plug my phone in, and it has like tremolo and stuff, and so you can really you can listen. The Dr. Dre songs start to get really trippy once you start throwing heavy trem on them.
Yeah, if you could just get a bit closer.
Yeah, of course.
Like.
Right here.
I don't have perfect technique yet, but it's just it's like not this, but it's also not this. But it has to be like here or something.
Well, I know amps. You want like what, 12 inches at least?
I don't know.
For the first.
I wouldn't know. I haven't recorded through amps yet.
I'm not an amp though. However, so I totally understand. I don't think I give out that many watts.
I think there is good. Maybe if you want to like push the mic through the clip just a little bit more towards you or something, or
yeah. How's that? Is that good?
I think that'll be fine.
Okay.
Or just
Yeah, I'm flexible.
Yeah, or you can use the headphones for a second to like try to gauge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we can. You editing these?
Yes and no.
They're gonna hear us ramble a little. They're gonna have to deal with this. Those poor fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
There aren't any fans yet.
Yeah. Monster, please listen. I think that's good right there. I think. I mean, this is fine.
Maybe just to pull back. Again, it's just like it's such a a thing. You have to find the sweet spot where
I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable, but you're also you have your mouth close enough to it that is going to pick up what you're saying, but not too close that you're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I have some issue with some letters, and I don't want to blow someone's car speakers out when they're listening to this because I say potato weird. You know what I mean? Like,
that doesn't sound weird right then.
No, it's in the flow though. In the moment, like I'll say it weird.
What if you're enunciating potato? Is that what?
Once in a while, I'll really have some problem with words. I can't say I can't really say horseradish. At horseradish, I have to do 2 words. If I start saying it, like, can I have a cup of horseradish? Like,
I noticed the D there that went kind of.
Yeah, it's I don't know what happened. My parents definitely.
I got no horse already.
Yeah. Who's him here? Yeah, I definitely have some talking to do with my parents.
Actually, I bought some pop filters the other day. They're sitting over there. But the thing is, I didn't notice. I wasn't aware that apparently the more common size pop filters are about 6 inches in diameter.
Oh, wow.
And if I were to use them properly, put them on these mics and set them up properly, you would obscure the face of whoever's behind the mic. And so it wouldn't really make sense for a podcast when we're talking to people.
You could make it the blind podcast. You could have like a blind date.
And the thing is, and not only that, but those were rather cheap because I have no money. And if you want to get like decent pop filters that are small-ish, and so that they're not exactly obtrusive, they're like way more expensive.
I would imagine. I've seen some that are really cheap, and I'm like, oh wow, pop filters are pretty cheap, but it always is those massive ones. And then when you really start to look for small ones, like I definitely need one. So I've researched it, but
no, it's okay. I think as long as I already have windscreens on these, so that mitigates it just a bit. But I think as long as you try not to say words with as much intensity as you might usually do, or and keep a safe distance from the mic, I think it'll be fine.
I think a lot of it's about the safe distance. I'm really trying to tone it in here. That's why I'm keeping the headphones on. I'm gonna dial it in perfect. We'll be set.
Yeah.
This is nice though. I like this. I don't know. I don't think you have too much wind resistance though down here. I think you're pretty good.
But I think it still helps just because ambient noise and the fact that air exists around the microphone, it causes some disturbance.
Oh, definitely. I mean, people might have just heard me drink the water. So
yeah.
You never know.
I don't know. Have the gain up kind of high.
You do? You get some distortion on there?
Nah. Yeah. If you get up real close and sit and yell. Yeah.
Really? I'll buzz out. We can make a Jack White album.
Or if you laugh, but you forget to like tilt your head back.
Oh, yeah. I just heard that. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. This is fun, dude. I could. No wonder you're doing this all summer.
Yeah.
This is the move. This is start podcasting.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like this.
So, how you been? What have you been doing?
Been working. Got a new job. It's like an office job. So I've just been doing that, and then taking some online classes. UHart.
What kind of classes? Just gen eds or?
Yeah. One of them's a bar class. I didn't do too hot last semester.
Bar class.
Yeah. BAR. It's like a business.
Ready,
like the basic.
I thought that meant like you're taking classes in bartending.
Oh no! I wish I'd probably do better in those. I could probably make some mean drinks. But no, it's like a business.
What's a new job?
It's a finance job, so I'm doing like wealth management.
Oh, okay.
It's a new company. Really, really cool. I'm down in Blueback in West Hartford.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a REI, which is like a sports store. They went out of business. Sorry, REI. And so it's like I'm in like at this big office building that's in where that building used to be. But it's cool.
For as long as I've known you, which is like almost a year now, I've never learned what you're majoring in.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
that's fun. I'm econ finance.
But based on what you just told me, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, is there a reason behind you majoring in econ finance?
Well, when I wasn't even sure I wanted to go to college out of high school.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't, my family had always been like, higher education is so important. Both my parents have master's degrees, so it's like really, really stressed. But I didn't really feel any particular direction or anything. I kind of just felt like, I tried to take a gap here, but couldn't swing it. But so I went to college, and I started in international studies at Hart School, or not Hart, Arts and Science.
Arts and Sciences, okay.
Yeah, so I had some classes with Clancy, really cool, but I just it didn't click with me as much. I just, something about it just, I wanted to do something else. And I've always been interested in economics, and I took my high school had an economics elective, a personal finance elective, and an accounting elective. And I think I must have been the only person who took all three. I was really into, just, the basic business stuff. And I thought it'd be pretty helpful. And then I got to college, and I realized, on some level, that's really what I wanted to be doing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed a lot. I get a lot of fulfillment out of it, because when you start doing wealth management, at least in what I've learned so far, this is my second internship doing it, is it's like psychology almost, because you're really talking with people a lot, and you're trying to figure out goals, and you're trying to help people meet those goals. Mm-hmm. And I like helping people a lot. So to me, it's like a way to incorporate my interest in economics with helping people practically, in a very practical way, I think, because what's more helpful than helping them save for retirement, or, helping their kids go to college? I mean, those are real goals.
Yeah. I think that might be the difference between you and me, or me and anyone else. I see people who want to major in nursing, or do social work, or this, in this case, business, but it's not exactly because you the only thing you care about is making money, but to help other people make money. Well,
I mean, if you help other people make money, you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you can make other people money, I mean, that's what's important.
And in my case, it's I'm majoring in film and English with a minor in music. And it's essentially me trying to create a web for myself that's just me trying to contact all the arts. Because
and develop those skills in those projects.
And, all these things like nursing, or this business thing, or anything else. It's because people are trying to help people. They have
feel good.
They have practical skills. They're trying to help people.
Yeah.
But in my case, it's I like watching movies and playing guitar. I'm very selfish. I want to make stuff for me. I want to make stuff and sell it or something like that.
These are my ideas.
Because when you think about these, being quote unquote artistic or creative, it's not exactly they're not exactly practical skills. They don't.
Oh, not at all.
They don't exactly help other people.
Well, I would disagree. I think artistic expression and creating art is one of the most important things. I mean, it tells you about the world and who we are right now and what the world is.
And in a way, it is kind of quote unquote servicing people.
It is.
It's giving them entertainment.
Yeah, and you could argue, you're servicing the collective unconscious.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you could frame it, but I don't think it's very selfish. I think even if it is selfish, I don't think there's anything wrong with you wanting to serve your own interests. You know what I mean? Those are your passions. That's what you're interested in. That's what you love to do. Mm-hmm. You love movies. I love movies. It's a great pastime. It's something people love to do. And I don't think you should, feel any guilt or anything for pursuing that. That's just my take, man.
I mean, on some level I do, just because, I come from a family of immigrants. Mm-hmm. And it's normally the thing they want their kids to do is, hey, you're going to get a job in, say, econ finance, so you can make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
So
doctors, lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who have pressure from their family to really, they want you to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
And that's got to be real. I can't imagine that type of pressure. That's got to be very tough.
Yeah, and now look at me. I am trying to earn a degree and break into a business that has essentially no certainty in terms of opportunities, employment, or even people like seeing the stuff you make.
Oh yeah, I think entertainment has to be the hardest industry.
Yeah,
because almost every other field you can really work hard at your job for 30 years and you'll get something. Because if not, you'll get fired. But there's some form of structural feedback. Whereas with arts, there's really like if your music isn't getting reviewed in magazines, you're never going to know if it's good.
Especially not only that, but the arts and everything under that umbrella, it's inherently subjective.
Oh, definitely.
You can in terms of like engineering or something, it's like, oh, this thing worked. It works really well.
Exactly.
This particular the way you designed this, man, it works. It works great. But
or like finance, we need a 6% return and you got a 5% return. Do better or you're fired. You know what I mean? Like there's some form of, these are the benchmarks. I think one of the reasons I chose econ and finance was because of how much feedback there is built into it. I do really well with just hearing how I'm doing and, kind of adjusting my game, mid-game plays or mid-game adjustments, some Greg Popovich stuff. And
these sports references are not.
Okay, sorry. That one's for the Spurs fans. But I like getting feedback. So I think art's always been hard for me that way. So I keep things like everything I'm working on, I don't tell a lot of people about. So first of all, that's hard to get feedback for. But I think I don't tell people about it because I know how difficult it is to get that feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how well I'm doing.
I'm having fun. This is cool. I like this.
No, in terms of me making stuff. And...
Oh, well, I mean, let's hear it, dude. Throw it on, man. We can take a coffee break and you can play one of your songs and come back. Welcome back.
I wrote my first song just the other week. And I'm not going to do it on the podcast, but I can play it for you later.
Oh, definitely.
It's actually let's scale it back. We are both musicians. Sort of.
Super professional. Yeah, I just sold out Madison Square Garden last week, and I'm doing a Hollywood Bowl.
Dude, I sold out Madison Cube Garden.
Ooh, 3 dimensions. That's crazy, dude.
No, but
are people sitting like upside down on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Like a Six
I think that's
Flags
the
ride?
fourth dimension. That's the MC Escher Square Garden.
There you go. The stairs leading nowhere in Madison Square Garden.
Now everyone just sits on the stairs that lead nowhere, but they're like upside down at an angle.
Yeah,
trying to enjoy the concert.
And they all have like Picasso faces.
Yeah,
they're all like cubists.
Or they have no faces at all. Yeah. They're all Slenderman.
There you go.
No, but so we met. We are both students at the University of Hartford.
Oh, yeah.
And we met because we're both commuters, because we're both too poor to afford housing.
Yeah, their housing's, it's a pretty penny. It's really nice, though. I've gone in, and it's nice housing. But.
And not only that, but we're both musicians.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we have a club on campus. Got my little water bottle here, the Commuter Student Association. And I would run some music events. Just like, bring guitars. I would try to bring a bunch of instruments and we'd just jam and hang out. It's a good time.
I remember it was mostly me coming.
Yeah, it was me and you. It was me and you every time. It was,
At least this past year.
Yeah, my family would ask me about it and I go, oh yeah, Benson's coming. So, it worked. But it was fun, man. We did Zombie that one time with, I forget. Really nice girl.
Yeah, what is her name?
Man, I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
I'm a bad person. She's a regular at the lounge. She's awesome.
She probably won't hear this.
Yeah.
But
hey, monster.
So we both play guitar a lot.
Yes.
But from what I recall, you used to play music, but not guitar. Right?
Yeah, so I started playing music in the 3rd grade. I started playing saxophone. So I was alto saxophone until about 8th grade. And champ on the recorder. I won in my 5th grade class. Right. I was the first one to finish all the songs on the recorder. Okay. So I think that I'm going for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one day. They'll put me in.
You're the next Clarence Clemens.
I really am. I'm like Woody Allen with the clarinet. He doesn't show up to the Grammys. Or doesn't show up to the Oscars.
He doesn't show up because he has a long-standing engagement to play clarinet with his ensemble on Sundays.
Yeah, it's like in Manhattan on Tuesdays. Yeah. He's like, I can't make it, you know?
But so if you were playing saxophone for that long, that also meant like you learned to read music?
Oh yeah, I was pretty good at it. I could sight read, and I was like in the city jazz band and stuff. Now
remind me, is also saxophone transposed to E flat or something?
I think it is E flat. Yeah, mine was E flat.
Okay,
and so generally, I think they all are, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't play anything requiring embouchure, so forgive me.
It's D sharp for everyone who didn't get that one.
But when did you start playing guitar, though?
So in middle school, like 7th grade, we did I had like a music class. So we did piano and guitar, like a unit. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really start playing until probably the summer after my freshman year of college.
Okay.
So it really hasn't been that long, but I love it. It's really I like the voicings on the instrument. I find it's a lot warmer than maybe like a clarinet or saxophones are pretty warm. I like warm instruments. I like that. Like I love acoustic guitar when you get into like John Fahey and like the really big finger picking guys. Like I love that stuff. But I think guitar's a great instrument.
Yeah,
you could bring it on hikes.
Yeah.
You can't bring saxophones around.
Or get a sopranino saxophone.
Yeah, the clarinet one.
Yeah.
Sponsored by clarinets.
I have a clarinet upstairs somewhere. But I don't know how to play it.
Yeah, I can't play clarinet.
I mean, saxophone is a woodwind.
Yeah.
I think what happens with woodwinds is if you kind of learn one, you half know them all.
Yeah, the dynamics of playing with a reed aren't that difficult. I'm sure I could play
It's difficult
clarinet.
for me. But.
Okay, well, if you're not an experienced saxophonist.
Are you experienced in woodwinds?
I'm a brass man. But yeah, I couldn't play a flute. That's one thing I've tried. And I can't play brass either.
Flute looks weird.
Yeah, flute's tough, dude. I can't even whistle. So
no, me neither.
That's tough. I don't know what if everyone who was in Boy Scouts learned to whistle. I wasn't in if there was some big club of whistlers that people got inducted to that I just never found out about. That's
my new band, the Big Club of Whistlers.
There you go. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Whistling Band.
Sgt. Pepper's Big Club of Whistlers.
Yeah, really. Oh man.
What exactly inspired you to play guitar?
My dad had a bunch of them, and he's always played guitar.
Okay.
And so it was really cheap for me to pick it up because I already had a bunch of them.
Right.
So, and like I said, the sound. Listen to in high school, I listened to a lot of the Doors.
Okay.
So it was really between organ or guitar, and I don't want to insult Ray Manzarek by pretending to
between organs, guitar, or shouting avant-garde poetry over rock instrumentals.
I'll take the third. I'll take the third. I'll play Jimbo. I'll do it. You want to make a movie? We could reshoot the Doors. Forget Val Kilmer. Just put me up there. I'll get leather pants, dude. I'll go for it. I'll go for gold. Grow it out.
So it was the Doors, and I see you play a lot of Hendrix.
Yeah, I love Hendrix. I think Hendrix is just sick. Stevie Ray Vaughan's also great.
Yeah,
I've been listening to a lot of Rory Gallagher lately.
Okay,
if you ever, he's really.
I've
good.
heard the name. I don't think I've heard his records.
He's like a not Hendrixy, but he's he's just very talented blues guitarist. He's like English, Irish. I forget.
I think he is.
I think he's
English.
You're right. You're right.
Although from what I think Gallagher is kind of an Irish name, but there's lots of Irish. At some point, there was a lot of Irish coming into England, into like the Manchester area or Liverpool, and so there's lots of Irish heritage in those English towns.
Yeah, I know they don't have the best of relationships, so whenever I get on Irish English lines, I kind of I go, okay. I don't want to, I don't want to wake up with like a car bomb.
Irish car bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Irish English car bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, love Hendrix. I think he's super talented.
Was.
Yeah, definitely. Unless he's still alive.
Is he?
Him and Jim Morrison. They're out there somewhere. Avant-garde. You ever listen to Curtis Mayfield?
Yes.
Curtis Mayfield's really good.
Yeah.
I love him. He's probably one of my favorites. And Hendrix takes a lot from him in terms of the guitar playing, like all the little hammer-ons and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like you can hear a lot of that in Curtis's playing. But yeah. What about you? What have you been? What got you started into music?
Well, first of all, I have no real, like, my family's not musical. Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up with music, really. All I heard when I was growing up were, like, Vietnamese karaoke tapes.
Okay.
And, which I didn't, that wasn't really music. I wouldn't say it was music. But
that's karaoke. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty close, right?
No. I wouldn't say so, because this is not okay. The what I'm about to say is not a true reflection of what that music was. I'm just saying what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
With these like Vietnamese karaoke tapes, it sounded like there were songs written and arranged specifically for karaoke. The normal pathway for songs to become karaoke songs is they exist on their own as songs, and then people sing them for karaoke.
Okay.
But the way that music sounded to me was like it was written direct to karaoke.
To be karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay. So was it even like...
I did not. Well, first of all, I don't speak Vietnamese, so
Oh, well, first of all, that's tough.
Yeah. not only that, but it's like if... It's kind of like traditional poppy, almost Sinatra, but not really, because all I would hear are like really flat strings and there like no real dynamics, and it all just sounded really bland. It's like the blandest version, most understated version of like classic pop.
That's interesting.
Or something.
Wow. So it'd be like Vietnamese, like Dino.
I don't know what that means, but
like Dean Martin.
Nah, not really. What I'm trying to say is like I enjoy classic pop, Sinatra and such. Mm-hmm. I love that. But it just sounds so. These Vietnamese karaoke tapes they just sounded so bland.
They're just bad music.
It's the blandest thing ever to me, especially because I couldn't understand the lyrics.
Yeah, when you can't understand the lyrics, it has to be really good music.
Yeah,
like I'll put on like. You ever see the movie Midnight in Paris, the Woody Allen one? Yeah, like I'll put on like that 20s French music, and that's good music, so I don't mind not knowing the words, but God forbid, man, if it was bad music, I would not be listening to it.
All right, but back to talking about me.
Yeah.
So that was basically all I heard, and no one in my family, including extended members, is really a musician. No one really plays an instrument or has a passion for it. I think my father played guitar in his youth, but I wouldn't say he was ever serious about it. It was like he knew open chords or something. And the guitar he did have, we thought was like in the basement of wherever we lived until I was like 13, and it remained displaced forever. So I never got around to learning guitar then. Especially because I didn't know I liked music. I didn't like music at that point.
Well, yeah, you had only seen the karaoke.
At some point, at like 10 years old, my father even offered me guitar lessons to have me start guitar lessons, but I didn't like music then. I didn't know I liked music, so I was just like, yeah, no thanks. I'd rather stay home and play video games. But then, when I think it was like age 12 when I got an iPod, and I started to develop my own taste for music. Although at that point it was really bad. It was like bad pop punk bands and stuff.
Okay, you big like Tokyo Hotel guy, or
I remember I had Tokyo Hotel on my iPod at some point.
Yeah, me too.
Or like Good Charlotte or Blink-182, that kind of stuff. Which I'm ashamed of.
You a big Panic guy?
No. Actually, no. Panic at a Disco, you mean, right?
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't until I think I was 15 years old when I really got into good music, and I like dove deep, because I think I procured a copy of this U2 compilation called U2 18 Singles. I put it on. I'm like, man, the first few tracks, like, man, these are great. And then I came across a song titled "Where the Streets Have No Name," which is the first track off the Joshua Tree. Yeah. And it like blew my brain wide open.
Joshua Tree is such a good album.
Yeah.
I'm not a big U2 guy, but I like
you
Joshua
dig that
Tree.
record?
Yeah, I like Joshua Tree a lot.
And at that point, it was I just thought, man, this is music. And at that, I became like an amateur musicologist. I spent like literally all my time just researching records, finding records, listening to records, just sitting in my room, not doing anything, just sitting in there listening to records. I blasted through eras of genres at an accelerated rate, going through like 50s rock and roll.
When you're like 15, though, you got the time to do that.
Yeah.
You can sit on Wikipedia and just go down the loophole.
Yeah. I was like going through like 50s rock and roll to like British Invasion to like the different decades of soul music. And then I discovered jazz and classical music. And because I was like, if I like music this much, I have to consume all of it. You know?
Yeah, I'm the same way, but I've definitely taken a lot of time in certain genres. Like, I'll move through different genres, and I'll have days where I'll just listen to jazz, obviously, or even weeks, or, maybe soul, or, all the different genres. I went through a big classical phase, too. I liked classical music for a while. Like, that was, like, what I listened to. But I spent a lot of time in certain genres, like, just the classic rock. Like, I'm always in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Listening to and trying to find new groups. There's a lot of groups that, it's like 1971. They're in high school and they put out one album. Like there's a really good group called Felt, F-E-L-T. They have one album. It's like 6 songs and the guys were all in high school. And it's like incredible. It's like classic rock. It sounds really good. But I think being able to go through different genres is really where you start to develop an appreciation for different things in music. And you can hear similarities between two totally different genres, and I think that's really when it starts to get kind of not deep, but like really meaningful and powerful.
Yeah, and so I spent a couple years being a music nerd like that. Sometimes I'm torn on telling people whether I started playing music at 16 or 17, because the first thing I touched that was not an elementary school recorder was piano at about 16. I took an introduction to piano course at my high school, which didn't actually teach me anything, but I wouldn't even say it got me started because nothing really stuck. So I started studying, you could say, piano when I was 16, but I don't think it really got serious until I was 17 and I picked up guitar. By then all bets were off. It was I'm just sitting in my room, shirking responsibilities, skipping class a single time to practice guitar.
Just once?
Yeah, it was gym class. It didn't even count.
I miss college classes for guitar sometimes. That's bad. Sometimes I'll just be like, I just don't want to do anything, dude. I just, got my Telecaster, got like 5 or 8 pedals on, just go for it. But I think once you're really able to pour time into it, that's why I'm upset I played so many video games, because I think video games are the big waste of childhood talent now. Like, I love video games and they're fun and they have really compelling stories if you play the right ones and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think there's so many, 13, 14-year-old kids that are just, have so much creative potential and so much time, and they just waste it, and they could be writing or doing something great.
I used to be really into video games until I think it was around the time I became I got into music. I don't think those are necessarily connected, but at some point I just stopped playing video games because I found it kind of boring, and it didn't feel like I was being productive. Like, I mean, so when I was really young, I was spending most of my time playing video games.
What were you play?
I remember playing Tekken a lot.
Tekken's good.
I was really into platformers, like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter.
Did you play Super Meat Boy?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a good game. If you get the chance, that's a good one.
But you know, I spent most of my time playing video games. That was what I did. But then when I was like 13, 14, I had a PlayStation 3 that I shared with my brother, and he bought mostly like Call of Duty games. At some point, it stopped working.
Yeah.
Playing video games stopped working.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this feels weird. And not only that, if I play longer than like half an hour, I'm gonna get a headache. You know,
it's just not there anymore.
No, yeah. I mean, I would say I play video games ever so rarely nowadays. So technically speaking, I'm still quote unquote playing, but it's only like half an hour at a time before I like get a headache or just get unabashedly bored.
Yeah, I can dial it back once in a while and play some video game like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like that came out and that was such a good game. Like I could sit and play that, but I can't like come home, race home, sit down, turn my Xbox on. Like, you know, I got stuff to do and I just have other interests now.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like I'm wasting time when I play video games. I have just a voice nagging me in the back of my head, like, you know, why aren't you doing laundry? Like,
well, you can put the laundry in and then you play video games while waiting.
I guess, yeah. We should hang out more.
And at some point, since age 13, 14, when I like sporadically play video games for a short amount of time, I've gotten to the habit of listening to records or podcasts while playing video games.
Oh, I do that.
Like I'll find something. One of my favorite games is like Assassin's Creed, specifically Assassin's Creed 2.
I love Assassin's Creed 2.
And I've played it so much. I've been like 10 times over to the point where I don't need to quote unquote pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll put on headphones and I'll turn the sound down and I'll listen to records or podcasts while I'm playing. So I feel more productive.
Yeah, you know? I definitely like I play a lot of Fallout, which is like, you know, open world RPG game, but it's like post-nuclear war America with like a 1950s theme, so it's like all ink spots and stuff.
Right.
And so I'll just get a playlist that like you can go on Spotify and find people who do like Fallout extended playlists, right, where it's like very similar style songs and very similar eras and stuff. And I play through those and I found just gems of, you know, 1950s songs that you just never would have heard again because of this game exploring that, you know, universe. Which is cool, but Assassin's Creed 2 was awesome. I got every achievement in that game. I was proud of that. Those 100 feathers were terrible to find. Yeah, that was awful. The flag's not even good. You put the flag on and you're instantly notarized in every town. Yeah, like it's like I did all that for that. Like, now the game's harder. Awesome. Yeah. Sometimes I'll cut the video games out altogether, and I'll listen to records or podcasts while practicing guitar. I try to play records or, you know, listen to music and just play it on the guitar. So like I'll, you know, put on some Neil Young or something. You know, I'm not putting on Kenny Burrell, but you know, put some Neil Young. I don't get the reference. Jazz guitarist? Oh, him. Oh, okay. Kenny. Oh man, you gotta. I'll send you some Kenny Burrell records, dude. Okay. He's really good. You'll like him. But I'll put on like some Neil Young or something and just play around with that and do my Neil Young voice. I've heard you do a pretty good Dylan. I have some good ones in my bag, dude. I can pull them out once in a while. My Neil Young has been getting compliments lately. I've been working on it. So now I got Bob Dylan and Neil Young. I don't know who else I would want to get it has to be people I like listening to, because then like it'll come on and I can just like I know every word. I don't have to learn it. Like it's just a pastime.
Would you like to? Can I speak to Neil Young?
Oh boy, no. It has to be in the song. I can't talk like him.
Okay,
I could do it, Dylan. I could talk like Dylan, but I can't. Neil Young is hard to talk like because his pitch is just like it flies all over the map.
Yeah, but do you want? Are you
you want me to do this?
Are you willing to like do a line on Neil Young?
Oh man, I'll do it. I guess I got nothing to lose. I need a sponsorship, and I only have 1 year left of college. So if everyone on campus starts like yelling a line from Heart of Gold at me, like I can live with that, you know. Can I play it like through here and sing with it? Or do you want me to do it a cappella?
I was expecting a cappella.
A cappella? Oh, boy. Okay. You edit this, right, if it's bad?
Yeah, oh, my God. The whole thing's bad. Delete.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Benson, listen, dude. I'm really not.
That episode really shit to bed.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. Nate got sidetracked a little, but then he brought out the Neil Young voice, and I just shut it off. It was terrible. I don't know what he was thinking. Look, there he goes now. Oh, man. Okay, so there's a song, Don't Let It Bring You Down, the live version. It's he does it with Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and it's great, but it starts off, and he's like, old man standing by the side of the road with this building standing high. It's not. Hold on, I gotta get the words. I'll sing it. Whatever. No. Now that you laughed, I'll sing it.
No, I think that was enough.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean it's like old man laying by the side of the road with the lorries rolling by. Neil, dude, I don't know what Canadian factory they pulled him out of.
What's the other line? Is that there's something in his eyes?
Yeah. Well, then the next verse starts, and so the first verse is old man laying, and then it's like old man dead on the side of the road. Oh, dude, it's so. Oh my God, that is better than the Star Spangled Banner. That's you put a good Neil Young song on. Oh, it's unbelievable how good it is. But I don't know. Dylan always takes the cake for me. I think he's so good. I don't know. His voice is awful, but that's why I like it.
Kinda. Yeah.
It makes me like when I sing it, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's not bad. You know, it's better than Bob Dylan." which you know, that's all I need.
Isn't the inflection just?
Yeah, it's all just you know,
and just get real.
You know, it's just all.
Such a drag to see you.
Yeah, lady lee. Like it's just it's really it kind of like kicks up. It always kicks up, I guess. Not always, but when you want to make it funny, you do it. you kick it up.
It's like the walking. It's just you take the one thing. Dude. You take the one thing. This
How's
guy,
it going?
I got some meat here.
Yeah. Do you want Chinese food? You know,
I need more cowbell.
Yeah. I got a fever. The only prescription's more cowbell. That fell off at the end, but you know, you get the idea. Oh man, I used to do so many voices. I used to do like Morgan Freeman. You ever watch R.J. Berger?
I remember, yes.
Yeah, I used to do the coach who was like banging RJ's mom. It was. Was
that the black guy?
Yeah.
David Allen Greer.
Yeah. He's like, RJ. It was so funny. My friends love that one. I don't know why we used to all watch R.J. Berger. Good show.
I thought it was okay.
Really? I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was definitely like one of those shows, like one of those teenager shows.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, he's getting picked on. I love him. Like he's my teen idol. Like, I want to be like R.J. Berger.
He has his hot girlfriend. I wish I was him.
His dick is huge. RJ's sick, Dad. Buy me this t-shirt at Hot Topic.
Why just got a huge penis on it?
Yeah, really. Son, do you want to like go hit some golf balls? Like, you want to talk about this? No, Dad, it's just a really good show. He's really funny. Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. We should like talk to him, take him to a doctor or something. I don't know. Kid's losing it.
He keeps buying T-shirts with huge penises on them.
My son has like 8 shirts with a giant dick on it. He's in 6th grade. What was that? Was that Comedy Central or was it like Spike TV?
It was on MTV.
MTV?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, MTV really? That was like one of the last hurrahs, huh?
Okay.
I mean, the last hurrah, maybe. It's a little tough. I don't know. I hate reality TV. Pisses me off because it's literally fake.
Yeah.
Like if it was real reality TV,
it's an oxymoron.
Yeah. That's why I can never tell with The Apprentice. I used to watch The Apprentice because Donald Trump's such a character. I just don't even know if he's actually faking or not. I can't tell if that's the one show I could never tell if it was scripted because he's such like you can't tell if he's scripted. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure he's not.
That's the thing, but it seems so scripted.
It's just words seem to fall out of his face.
Be like, Dennis Rodman, you sold the most Girl Scout cookies. You're fired. And you're like, what? I thought he sold the most cookies. You're like, I'm confused. It's nuts. That was a good show, though.
The Apprentice?
Yeah, now we got it in the White House. We pay for our sins. It's crazy. This man's running The Apprentice.
Wait, you thought it was good?
I didn't think it was good. It was just entertaining.
Well, that's what most reality TV is.
I guess, but I don't know. Jersey Shore just always made me mad because they're stupid.
Yeah.
Not that Donald Trump is, the world's leading intellectual, but...
Well, according to him, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean... He's definitely his biggest fan, which is, there are worse things you could say about someone, but there are definitely better things you could say about someone. Did you ever catch The Real World? Oh, yeah. I used to watch it.
Because I didn't.
Really? That's an old show, right?
Yeah. It was like the first big show that was not music videos for MTV.
Yeah.
And
that was the downfall.
It started in like 92 or something.
Yeah.
And I know it's been going on until recent. Although, of course, because I don't keep up with it, I don't know if it's still on.
Okay. I have a couple friends who like Big Brother.
Oh.
Which is like...
That's like the...
It's like the English version of like Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I'm disinterested, but... I don't know. Reality TV has just never really found my fancy.
Yeah, me neither. I recognized pretty early on, as I encountered reality TV, that I was like, yeah, this isn't, how is this?
Yeah, I'd be watching Jersey Shore and they had like a duck phone, and that was like the most entertaining part of the whole show for me, was that they had this phone that was a duck, and I wanted that phone. Like, I don't care what they're doing at a club. Grenades! Like, it's stupid. Not
only that, but these people are getting rich and famous by being dickwads.
Oh, I think it's really bad. They're like really bad role models. You know what I mean? Like, that should be a show that comes on at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have like a 7 o'clock after dinner with your whole family time slot. That's why we have so many questionable people walking around nowadays. It's unbelievable. Everyone's just nuts now. I don't mean it like you young kids. I mean it like we just have a bunch of assholes walking around a lot of the time that are way too tan and way too buff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's Jersey Shore's fault.
But the thing is, when you watch that, you think to yourself, yeah, those people exist.
Oh yeah.
And now a bunch of them are on TV. And then there are people who are this, but who are not aware of this show because they're just that.
And now they're like motivated. Or you have people who like don't really have an identity yet. And they're like trying to find something that's like, cool.
Yeah. And
then they're like, oh, this is cool. That's the demographic I worry about. The people who are the quiet people that are now GTL. That's always tough. I say this as someone who's pale, out of shape, and doesn't do laundry. So, maybe the laundry aspect is a good part.
I'm also pale and out of shape, but I do laundry every week.
There you go. That's good. That's good. I probably do laundry every week. Wink. But I just buy a lot of clothes. That's the thing.
Oh, why?
I like clothes. I like nice things.
I also like to wear things because I need it to like not to walk into establishments.
Oh, dude, you should go live on a nudist colony.
No. I don't know if you've noticed, but my wardrobe is basically white t-shirt.
Oh, you got a very simple wardrobe.
And either jeans or cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to decide on what to wear. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but when it's real hot out, the color white reflects light.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be, I still sweat like a freaking pig, but at least I'm trying to mitigate it.
Yeah. This heat wave has been so tough. I've been sweating so bad, dude. I have this bottle of coffee, and
Why?
I put 900 ice cubes in it. Like I kept it cold overnight, and then I put ice cubes in it. It's the coldest drink I've ever had. It is so refreshing.
You realize coffee dehydrates you, right?
I know. Well, that's why I got this lovely water you gave me, balancing it out, man. But yeah, I don't know. What shows are you watching now?
Reality TV shows?
No, God. No. I thought we just went through that whole topic.
I'll tell you this. The only reality TV I kind of watch is like stuff on the Food Network.
Oh, the Food Network. That's not reality TV. That's
But the reason for that is because they're like competition kind of shows.
Oh, Iron
But even
Chef.
then, the seediness, the dumbassery of reality TV kind of sneaks in. Like I remember I was watching Chopped one time, and they cut. It's like, time's counting down. They cut to this one guy. He's like something. Man, is life or death. I'm like, yeah, sure it is.
This chicken marsala, if I don't make it right, I will die. I will drop dead in front of Gordon Ramsay.
He doesn't host that.
I know. I know. I couldn't think of the dude with the glasses.
His
name's like Michael or something?
No, I'm not sure.
The Chopped guy, short black hair, glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name, but
Yeah.
we'll just say it's Alton Brown.
Yeah, Alton Brown.
But he holds Iron Chef America.
Alton Brown's an animal, dude. You ever see? He has some stuff on YouTube where he'll make like a grilled cheese with like 4 sticks of butter.
Oh, man.
That dude's a mad scientist. They let him out of a cage somewhere. He reminds me of that dude from Nightmare Before Christmas. Dude with the brain. The one who makes Jack Skellington's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
He's just like a mad scientist.
Yeah.
It's an obscure reference. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm pulling from all of them. You
I
put a
wouldn't say
microphone.
obscure. I would think The Nightmare Before Christmas is a well-known film.
That is true.
Granted, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well.
So
Okay. Obscure to you.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. You put a microphone in front of me, I'll pull out every reference I know, dude. I'm reaching deep.
I'll pull out even more obscure references that won't make sense.
We can talk about some Fellini movies. Start dropping 8.5 in there. And then they were all in a park, just singing and dancing. Oh man, this is fun. I like this.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Why do you think I'm doing it?
Yeah, I know. Really, jeez. Who else have you had?
A few people.
Okay, anyone from Yuha?
You're the first student.
First talk.
The first talk on here.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Wow,
I guess.
that was bad.
Although I guess
Edit that.
technically speaking, I am a hawk, so I'm the first one.
Oh, that's true. I guess. Yeah. First fellow hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the first non-host hawk on the show.
Okay. I'm the first UHeart student that's not you.
Yeah.
Okay. Did everyone get that?
Yeah. But although I think technically speaking, I've had a UHeart alum on here. The other day, I podcasted one of my teachers from my community college.
Oh, cool.
Who got her master's in education from Hartford.
Oh, wow. How was that? Go good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have like a sheet of questions for her? Or?
No. The whole point of this is that I'm not gonna. It's not a quote unquote interview like the way we think about interviews usually.
Okay.
This is us talking, having a conversation.
Yeah.
Because when you think about the usual interview, it's very kind of one-sided.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I have this sheet of questions, I ask you questions, and then you answer, and that's it. I want these to be conversations. There has to be a back and forth. It doesn't. I'm gonna ask you questions kind of sporadically because I do want to skew it just a bit towards an interview.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm just asking questions. You do all the talking. You could ask me questions. It's just, again, it's just supposed to be a back and forth. It's a conversation between two people.
Okay.
You know?
I normally find myself as more of an interrogation man.
Yeah.
But this is a good format. I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
It's much more relaxed than you know, you sitting here hammering me with questions about my favorite food.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially since when people think they're being interviewed, I have to be real uptight and proper, put my walls up because we're in interview mode.
Yeah.
And my
dot,
favorite
dot the T's.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of my favorite podcasts a lot of times have these moments where they're so casual. The hosts are like talking to them before they actually start recording. And then they sit down and they're talking for like 20 minutes. And then the guest goes, wait, are we on? Mm-hmm. Like, man, this is good stuff. We should be recording. Are we recording? Yeah. We have been.
Yeah, it's been on. Well, that's, if that's the vibe you're going for, I think you've done it.
That's why well. I didn't want to make so much of a show of hitting record when we started.
Yeah.
Or like you don't even remember when I supposedly hit record.
Well, no, I sat down. I was like, is it on? Like, are we going?
Yeah.
I thought I heard some feedback through the headphones, but I do just like to hear myself talk. So I wasn't sure if that was just my normal monitoring or if it was the microphone coming through.
No, that was it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet. You've been what have you been reading?
I haven't been reading anything per se. That sounds bad because I'm an English major.
Yeah, don't show the professors this one. I said I skipped class to play guitar. Like, I know my professors won't.
No,
like
but
that.
The reason for that is because I feel like my consciousness is so splintered. My attention span is nothing.
I've been getting that.
I haven't read a book front to back, like fully, in quite a few years.
Oh wow,
it's
that's tough.
The last thing I read was Bob Dylan's memoir.
Oh, Chronicles?
Yeah, Chronicles Volume 1, and that was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, that's a good book.
But I do tend to listen to a lot of audiobooks, especially since I'm a commuter to the university, and I live like 45 minutes to an hour away. I spend a lot of my time in the car listening to like whatever I've been assigned to read.
Okay. And what have you been putting on audiobooks?
I listened to a book by Neil deGrasse Tyson the other day. It's called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry.
I've heard of that. I've heard it's
really
good. Yeah.
I used to be really into astronomy, like since I was young, and there were lots of stuff. I think half of that book, I recognized most of the content, but then of course there was the other half that was like, there's some cool stuff in here.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's awesome, man. He's super cool.
Yeah, you met him?
No, I haven't. He was
you personally know Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah. We get breakfast on Wednesdays. What day is it?
Yeah, man, Neil. He just.
Yeah. Both Neils, man. I love them. Name my son Neil. Neil. That's gonna Neil.
Change your last name to Neil. Neil.
Yeah, Nathan Neil. Nice to meet you.
That's my Tony cover band.
Oh,
Neil.
Pleasure to meet you. What was I gonna? Who's the? Carl Sagan.
Oh yeah.
You ever watch the old Carl Sagan shows?
The Cosmos.
Yeah.
A Personal Voyage, but yeah.
The first one, not the new one with obviously Neil.
Neil.
Yeah.
With Neil.
Neil 2.
Yeah. With Miss Dr. Neil.
Dr. Young.
Yeah.
Brings his guitar on. It's crazy. Yeah. But no, the Carl Sagan shows were really good. Yeah. I haven't watched the new one with Neil. With Neil. I watched the new one with Neil. How is it?
I remember I saw like most of it, and I thought it was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neil's sick. No, okay, we gotta. You ever watch Bill Nye the Science Guy?
I don't think I ever followed it.
Okay.
But I remember seeing, like in school,
they
would show us episodes of Bill Nye for the lesson or something.
Yeah, those were always pretty good. I like that. That's probably why I just, am just zany in school. Like I just watch Neil, or not Neil. God, oh
Bill
my
Neil.
God, dude.
Neil by.
Yeah. Neil by the Cosmo guy. Okay, we should just change topics completely.
What is this you're reading here? You have this book on the table.
Yes.
So a collection of poetry?
Yeah, so you've you said you have a hard time reading full books. I found myself having that same problem, so I actually just switched to poetry.
Yeah.
Because, the longest poems, some of them are a book, but I don't read those ones.
Yeah.
These ones are like, 1 page, whatever. But this is Carolyn Forcey. I don't know. I don't want to.
Forche?
Maybe it has an apostrophe.
Forche.
Oh, maybe Carolyn Forche? I don't know. It sounds right. It's The Country Between Us. It's her second book. I read her first book. It's called like The Gathering of the Tribes. It's okay. But I like this one a lot more.
I prefer Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, right. American Gigolo.
Yeah.
No, but this is really good. The first one's a lot about like Eastern Europe and like dealing with missing elders, like grandparents and stuff, which is a little heavy. And you know, it was really good, but I just find I relate and draw from this one a lot more. And it's a little bit maybe vaguer, but I find that, you know, some of the like, you know, you listen to Mr. Tambourine Man, you don't know what that's about. You know, like who the hell, like Take Me Disappearing Through the Smoke Rings of My Mind. What?
That means he was high.
Yeah, he was definitely high. That's a big high song. But it is, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
But you know, I find you know, when you have like that iceberg effect, kind of like, you know, when you read Hemingway and it's just like really simple, I find that is much more appealing to my reading sensibilities.
Yeah.
And just how I interpret and visualize stories. I like it vague.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you're like, he's wearing the 12-button yellow striped shirt with green cufflinks, and like it's just like, you know, if they don't frame it right, it just sounds ugly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy that shirt. But yeah, pretty good. I like poetry a lot. I think I write a lot of poetry, so I think it's probably my go-to art form. I've tried writing a lot of short stories and essays and, you know, the screenplay here and there, but I can't complete it or feel satisfied with it as much as I do with poems.
I think that may be because so with poetry, that's more of a smattering of words to, it's more about, you know, most of the time poetry is meant to be quote unquote performed, spoken aloud, read aloud, and it's all that is more, it can come down to just the syllables, the mouth noises, the way they fit together in this particular sequence.
Yeah.
That's what the poetry is. But for writing stuff like screenplays or prose fiction and stuff, I think that may be because the reason you struggle with it, maybe because do you recognize the structure of a story?
Oh, yeah. I think that's what it is. I think I have a hard time developing long-standing structures. Just in writing, I think it's so, I don't know. That's why I love reading really good novels, because it's so impressive.
Yeah. The thing is, with any screenwriting book that teaches you any book that teaches you screenwriting, they're going to tell you about structure and how, you ever heard of The Hero's Journey? This thing by Joseph Campbell that like boils down pretty much what every story is. Yeah. It's just the way most stories are structured.
Start off innocent, you go through, you conquer some great thing, and you come home again.
Yeah. And, you know, it's not so much, it's just for some reason, most stories being told by people all around the world, they end up being like this, what that hero's journey shows you.
That format.
The way people tell stories tends to gravitate towards that. How you start off in some place, you get a call to action, you have some struggles, there's a big climax where you have to like make a decision, and then like you're changed for the better. You come home a changed someone different. Yeah. You know.
Well, I think that's really the great story of, I think just naturally people gravitate to those stories. I mean, you even look at like the Bible. I mean, that's the story. Yeah. I mean, Jesus comes and, you know, he's doing all these types of good deeds, and then he dies and comes back a different person. You know, if you want to look at it very vague, obviously, I went to Catholic school. I know there's more details than he dies and comes back. But, you know, I think a lot of it is just that simple arc is just so powerful. And I can't imagine really story-wise anything that would be so broadly used. You know what I mean?
How do you mean? No.
Like,
wait, what are you getting at?
Like, I think the hero's journey is just the best we've got, pretty much. Yeah. I like, there's nothing that can compare. Because it's also feel good. Like it's powerful and you feel good because you're changed for the better. It's not like the most common story in the world is someone does some great deed and comes back worse. We don't live in the Book of Job.
Those are called tragedies, but
yeah.
So like all those old Greek plays, those tragedies. That's
I love the Greek plays, dude. I had a class with a professor at UHA, Howard Mayer. He's not there anymore, but this dude's a character, man. He'd like quote Shakespeare. Like we were in an ancient Greek class and he quoted Shakespeare, and like we'd be reading the plays and he would just like from memory he would know everything. He was really good, but we would read all the Greek plays. Dude made me buy like 8 books for the class, but worth it. I read them all still. You know, the Bacchae, a lot of Sophocles, what is it? Eumenides. Just there's so many good ones. We did. Do you ever read like the Odyssey or the Iliad?
I wouldn't say read.
Okay,
I never read them. No.
Okay, they're pretty good. I've read the Odyssey.
I watched a film adaptation of the Odyssey.
Oh, really?
That had Vanessa L. Williams in it.
Okay, how was that?
I guess it was good. I don't know. I was 14 then.
Okay,
for class.
You have to rewatch it.
I watched it for class, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a movie."
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched this crazy thing on YouTube. You can find you type in the Bacchae, and it's like this 60s acid trip version. It's all these people in New York City. They're in a warehouse, and they're in like suits and Ray-Bans, but it's the Bacchae.
Yeah.
Like the ancient Greek play, and they're it's like some Andy Warhol type of stuff, but it's really, really interesting. If you get a chance, just Google like the Bacchae, New York City, maybe 70s, 60s, something like that. Okay. But it's really good. I think those ancient Greek plays are the best. I think they really.
I probably would too if I read them.
Yeah, you should read them. You should read them. They're really.
I probably should.
They're pretty powerful, actually, just because they've been rewritten so many times. So they're really
and their influence on modern stories.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just it's like the origin of stories.
Yeah.
The Romans just took all of them. Yeah. It's not like they wrote the Aeneid, Virgil.
Yeah.
That's like the Roman story.
Yeah, and it's essentially. Yeah. The Odyssey.
It's literally the Odyssey.
Yeah.
In parts, but then there's like a world building element because they land on Italy and they gotta do the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
Roman a day, the drill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I love stories. I think I wish I was better at telling them, and I wish I could remember more stories because they're like my favorite thing. Like I wouldn't mind being the old guy who just sits around and tells stories all day, just because I think stories are awesome. Because it's all we got,
Yeah.
I mean, what if you don't remember what happens, or if you don't have a history of what happens? What is there? Cue the Twilight Zone music. Oh man! So, have you been watching any podcasts to kind of hone in on what you want to do? Like
watching
or listening. Some of them do have a visual element.
I mean, some of them. But, I've been listening to podcasts for a long time, and my favorites, this is essentially me trying to capture the spirit of my favorite podcasts.
Okay.
The ones that are these interview versations,
Yeah, like we talked about, the casual conversational nature. Yeah. I like that. Any you recommend? I listen to like some finance podcasts for work, but I don't really listen.
You only listen to Freakonomics.
Yeah, exactly. I do listen to Freakonomics. That's good.
The ones that are my favorites that I'm trying to emulate are WTF with Mark Maron.
Okay.
And the Nerdist podcast.
Okay.
Which has since been rebranded as ID10T with Chris Hardwick.
ID10T. Okay. Cool. Like I said, I'm definitely very new to I listen to a little bit of the Joe Rogan podcast just because he talks about conspiracy theories, and I'm a sucker for conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I like Rogan.
Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. People, they rank on him a lot, but I think he gets the best guests first of all.
Yeah,
I mean, he almost had Kanye. So.
Well, I think we've gone on for a while. So
how long is it?
Yeah, we're about a bit over an hour.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. What are you typically shooting for?
I try to go for like an hour 15, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes even an hour and a half.
That's not bad.
Although it depends on the energy of the conversation, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely depends on the energy of if it's conversational, it depends on the energy of the conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is cool. If you want to do a part 2, let me know. I'm free,
Yeah,
man.
sure. Okay.
I'll see you on campus. You know,
Yeah.
I can kick everyone out of the CSA office. Although I'm not president anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I stepped down, so I'm gonna go back and steal a couple more of these water bottles. Let me know if you want one. I know how to get in. I know where they keep them.
You're going to graduate this year, aren't you?
Yeah, this is gonna be my senior year.
Mm.
So everyone on campus, the short guy who just never talks to anyone and just sits in Starbucks, he won't be there anymore. So keep an eye out for me this next year. Then I'll be gone. Are you thinking about doing any grad stuff?
I think maybe.
I'm not sure.
I've still got a few years.
Yeah.
So
I haven't taken a GMAT or anything. I don't think I'm going to do it right away. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for coming on.
Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. If you can't use parts of it, just feel free to.
No, I tend to include all of it.
Okay. I mean, it did get a little shaky there from me at some points. I don't know. I mean, you know, I wanted to step up and hit a home run. I think I probably got you like maybe a double. I got halfway there.
Yeah.
I thought I did decent in some parts, but yeah, this was fun, dude. Thanks for having me. This was awesome. It's still running. Oh, nice. Oh, get the chairs. Oh man. So what do you got going on for the rest of the day?
None really.
No.
I tend to schedule these, around a day because there is a certain amount of preparation and although that thing is actually kind of long, an hour and a half.
That's true. Yeah, it's hard to carve out an hour if you have a busy day.
Yeah.